Welcome back, friends. I'm Juliette, and thank you for joining me today for my Yoga for the Beginners practice. I'm so glad that you decide to explore all the benefits which yoga has to offer for us. Definitely heal and make our physical body stronger and help our emotional body to release stress and anxiety so we can move through this life more calmly, easily, freely, and enjoy everything what the life has to offer for us. Today practice, we will focus on simple asanas, correct alignments, and the basic flows. All you will need, your mat, your blocks, little strap or towel, your commitment, your willingness to learn. I will guide you through all the modifications and we will have a joyful and effective practice together. So let's begin. Alright guys, so today we will begin in our child pose and I will introduce you to a few new poses in the little flow together. So let's begin. In our child pose, bring your forehead on the floor. You can take your knees wider if you feel like it, or you can keep them together. And guys, keep your eyes closed and just stay with your forehead on your mat. Keep relaxing, keep paying attention to your belly breathing. And before we will begin, I will guide you through little relaxation, preparation. So as always, let's set an intention for this practice. Flow without expectations, just with love and nurturing attitudes towards ourselves, with open mind, with open heart. So everything is possible in this life. So let's slowly lift the heart and the chest off the ground. Lift your elbows, guys, slightly off the floor. Press with your fingertips into the floor and draw the elbows towards the floor a little bit deeper. Take a good inhalation through the nose and good exhalation. Release all the tension. Let's go ahead and flow to the one side. Cover your one hand with another hand and stretch. So I'm covering my right with my left, focusing on the left side of the body. And then slowly flow to the other side of the mat. Cover your left hand with your right, and again focusing on the soft relaxation. Very, very good. Very nice job, guys. Come back to the center and we will start our wake up flow. Flow through the center to up dog or cobra, which we already learned, and then back to your child pose. We always want to go through the little warm up once we begin the practice, especially if this is your first practice, first active movement through the day, regardless it's morning or afternoon. If you sat all day in your office chair or just woke up and started practice, so we always want to go through the little warm up to bring the body to getting ready for standing asanas, for more challenging asanas. Start up this machine, this unique machine, shelter for our soul. Let's do one more and we're gonna stop right here in the little baby cobra, if you will. Elbows slightly above Sphinx or a little bit higher. Look above one shoulder, look above another shoulder. Again, repeat it a few more times. In and out through the nose. Feels so good. In, let's go ahead. In, transfer weight to the tabletop. Today I will introduce you to little tabletop hover. So lift your knees off the ground, guys, just a couple inches. If that is really hard for you still, then stay in the tabletop and maybe lift one knee in a time. So we're gonna give it a few more tries if we can. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the nose, wrist, elbow, shoulder, stack one on top another. Excellent work, guys. Let's reach up again, up and open, and start to look towards those hips. Waking up the center of the body. In through the nose, out through the nose, all the way. Let the breath flow. And let's do a couple more up here. Stop right this. And we're going to draw the knee, chin, chest or belly. Extend it all the way. Carry it all the way outside. Take it back. Release, cat pose. Let's do it from other side. Reach the leg. Knee, chin, chest or belly. Extend. Carry it outside. Back. Whew, relax. Good warm up, guys. Reach. Knee. Extend. Outside. Draw it back. Release. Cat pose. Let's do one more time. Reach your left. Draw it to your knee. Chin, chest or belly. Extend. Draw it outside. Back. And release. Very good work, guys. Let's slowly tuck the toes and extend our knees. Relax your head. Make sure that your neck is, guys, fully relaxed. And drop your neck down so crown looks straight down towards the floor. Lift your heels a couple times. Exhalation. Lift the heels and exhalation. Lift the heels again. Shift the weight. Transfer the weight towards the shoulders. Exhalation. Let's do a little active warm-up. Drawing one hand towards the opposite ankle. Dynamic manner. We already did it in the previous classes. You don't have to drive towards the ankles, maybe aside. If something like that is still very hard for you, go in your tabletop. Do this in your tabletop. Couple more. And we will transfer the weight towards the plank, guys, or plank on your knees. You can always do it this way or stay with me up here. And let's hold it for the few breaths. Let's do 3, 4. All right, good job, guys. Remember, we did push-up chaturanga. Set your knees on the ground. Reach up. The next one we're gonna try to do in a full plank. If you're not ready for that, you're gonna do it with your knees on the floor. Press your hands really firmly into the ground. Relax, expand through the shoulders. Let's shift the weight back towards the plank, guys. So use your knees on the floor for that push-up, or use the straight body, hover, reaching up, and downward facing dog. That was definitely more like an intermediate transition in between the asanas. So you can always do this on your knees. So let's go ahead. Remember what we learned. Bend those knees and we're going to walk towards the front. Reach halfway through, guys. Use your blocks. Full forward, fold. Reach halfway. Bend those knees. Utkatta asana or chair pose. Lead through the heart. Toes slightly off the ground, weight on the heels. Reach all the way. Little back bend. Full forward fold. Uttanasana. Remember, you can bend your knees and grab your elbows here. Look forward, guys. Step back. Use your knees on the floor if you have to, just like that. Reach up and downward facing dog. Lift, extend, and relax. In the future, in our more intermediate practices, beginner to intermediate, intermediate to advanced, we're going to be using our downward facing dog. I would cue this as relaxation asana. Let's say our relaxation in the downward facing dog. Right now, it's probably hard to imagine a little bit, but it will be like that. Keep on breathing, guys. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let's take the right leg up and look underneath the right. Feel, guys, how it feels. You don't have to bring that leg super high at all. Just lift it up and feel it through. Bend your knee and give it a few circular rotations through the hip. So plant that leg back on the floor. That would be our gentle preparation for the step forward. Let's reach the left leg up, look underneath the left. Don't forget not to shift the weight over the front of the shoulders. Bend your knee and just give it a few circles, guys. Any direction. Open up and take it back on the floor. You did great. Let's rest a little bit in the child pose. Just for the breath or two. Anytime your body is a little bit tired to stay in that down dog, go ahead guys, sit, rest in the child pose. Go back up to the downward facing dog. Take your right leg again, already just as we did a second ago. Bend your knee and step forward. If that's gonna happen that you need to do a second step because your foot reach somewhere in between and not all the way through, then you're gonna do a second step. So we're gonna use our knee on the floor. We already learned about the low lunge, right? So today, let's practice the twist in that low supported lunge. Put your block the way you want and the way it fits underneath your left hand, and we're going to set the right on top on the quadricep and just try to sink a little bit deeper, to dive deeper through your hips. Once it feels good, we're going to take and rotate and open. Now you don't have to use this block. If you can reach successfully the floor and you don't have the support and it doesn't messing up your asana and your alignments, then you don't have to use a block, but it's a good option. So it's gonna look like that, like this, without the block. Keep on breathing guys. In and out. And slowly bring your both hands on the ground. You can also bring your both elbows on the floor, or you can bring your elbows on your block as an option for our beginner variation prep for the lizard pose. So this is a new pose we're gonna learn today, is our lizard pose. So you can always use block for that pose until you become more comfortable. Sometimes it's gonna help if you make just a 1 inch step outside. So this right foot is gonna step towards the right edge of the mat a little bit, and we're just gonna be staying here for now. We're not gonna leave the knee or anything else, just working on our hips together. It's time for the transition, guys. It's time for the transition. So let's bring that foot back. Try to step back in your plank, or at least plank on your knees. Very nice, team. So use your knees for the push-up. Definitely if you need, I'm gonna be doing one through the full hovering plank above the floor. Then we do up dog or cobra with the knees, or baby cobra. And then we make a transfer to the downward facing dog. Relax your neck. Rest in your downward facing dog or your child pose. And then we're gonna go back to the left leg lift. Open up nicely. Explore that hip, create more space. And we bend that ankle so we kind of charge the movement a little bit more so we can step farther. Step farther. Find your back knee on the floor. Guys, I want your back knee, the right knee in this case, as far as you can, so you have more room to sink down using the gravity. But do not use this. Do not compromise. Front knee still above the front ankle. Release your toes. We're gonna spend a couple breaths up here. Then pick up your block if you have to pick up your block. Put it underneath your right hand. Find the good quality alignment. We never, guys, want to crisscross the hips. We will create more space, right? And then once you're ready, open it up. Try to create long line between the fingertips on this hand and the fingertips on this hand. So if you don't have to use your block, you don't have to. Try to avoid doing this. So we want to open as much as we want and create that one long pretty line. And it's a soft twist. Don't overdo it, please. Starts in the hips and lower back, then the rib cage, and then we take it all the way back to our lizard pose. Remember, you can stay on the hands. You can use your blocks and put your elbows on those blocks. Move that left foot just an inch more towards the left edge of your mat. You don't have to do it, but it's going to help you to open that hip flexor a little bit deeper. Let it expand. If you press up here, in through that nose, out through that nose. Very good job, guys. And slowly return back. That's gonna help us to open our warrior one pose today. So make an effort and try to step to the full plank. Activate the back leg first, then carry the front leg back. If you need to do your knees on the floor right now for the chaturanga, please do that. Reaching up, knees on the floor, knees above the ground. Reach all the way, tailbone up towards the ceiling. Feet, hips width apart or sit bones width apart. Hands are grounded, guys. Relax your neck and breathe. Navel in, weight away from the shoulders. We resting in our downward facing dog. If you can't rest in the down dog, rest in the child pose. Let's go ahead and take the right leg up. Again, bend your knees so you can rest for the motion. Step forward, guys. And bend. Bring that back foot. See, it was elevated and lifted. Pivot your heel so the front ankle about in between your back ankle and the toes. Slightly in. It has to be, guys, wide step. So I don't want you to go low, really, right now. But I need you to step wider. Take a big space, big chunk of your mat. Then take your hands on your hips. What I want you to do, I want you to pivot through the hips and square them. Make sure that the hips are square. And then if it feels right, then take your arms up above the head. If it's not, remain them, guys, on the hips. Warrior one. Inhalations through the nose, exhalations through the nose. You're doing great, guys, please. We're going to make a transfer to our lizard pose, which we learned. Let's try to do it. Very smooth pivot. And slowly, guys, land all the way on the floor. Remember, you can use your blocks, right? Breathe, guys, in through that nose, out through that nose. Good job. That was a pretty simple flow, but again, we call the flow when we connect few movements with the breath, few yogasanas in the one very cohesive flow, which is really pleasant to do and to watch. So take a second, try to step back. Do your chaturanga if you're doing that on the feet, or do it with your knees on the floor. Exhalation, relax. Press your both hands into the floor, drop that neck. Release the tension. Very good. Let's take the left leg up and we do the same thing from the other side. Bend your knee and step forward. Remember, pivot the toes slightly in and come on up with me. Both feet are pressed, guys, equally. You have to do a pretty big step back all the way. Square the hips. Take the chest up and forward, hips square, hold the hands on the hips or open up to warrior one, guys. Warrior one. Again, it's a strong asana. No weak arms here. I want you to keep learning the good alignments. Reach up. We're not getting obsessed about alignments, but I want you to use the long extended arms, strong leg. Keep on breathing, guys. Through the nose in, through the nose out. Let's do our best to make a transfer to our lizard pose on the side. We're going to lift to the lunge, slowly bend to the low lunge, and bring the elbows on the floor. Good work, everyone. You're conquering that simple flow. Warrior one to the lizard pose. Just a few breaths up here, guys. Just a few breaths up here. Good work, everybody. And let's take the both hands, make an effort, step back. Use your knees, guys, on the floor if you have to for your push-up. Reach up, downward facing dog. I planned for you today in this practice the tree pose. So, what we're gonna do, I want you to learn how to get there through the little flow. Open up, step forward, do your lunge, prep lunge, runner lunge, and try to make a transition, just a soft transition. Now, if you have to tap the floor before you come, again, tap the floor, but try to make it very, very soft. And come on up and just lift that knee. If you can lift that knee all the way, that's awesome. Not all the time it's gonna be like that, but the balance has a lot to do with your ability to trust yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the foot inside. Let me stay this way so you can see it better, right? So it can be on the inner side, calf, or it can be all the way on the floor, guys. So pick the one. You can also use the walls if you have walls around, benches, anything you have. In the classes, the people normally, when I teach the live classes, I ask people to use the wall, and we have a little columns close to the wall too, and some people use that. So tree pose. Once you balanced, open up those arms. You don't have to open them up, but you can if that's feeling really, really good. So this is our tree pose with grounding, finds the foundation. Let's go ahead and take the foot back to Tadasana. So I will come back to the front of my mat. We're going to take a half lift, forward fold as a transition, look halfway, and step back, guys. Step back. Use your knees for your chaturanga if you have to. Reach up and downward facing dog. Both feet, hips width apart, hands, shoulders width apart. Relax your neck. We're gonna go for the other side tree. I will turn to the front once we get there so you can see better. Reach the left leg up, all the way. Step forward. Acquire the stability on this left leg, and then just hover. Support yourself. You can use the blocks here to support yourself. If you have to tap the floor for transition, you can do it, or try to come with me and just grab that knee, just like this, down. So once we grab in that knee, we will slowly find the place where to put that foot. Normally for the beginners, it's going to be a calf, or maybe you have a very good and open hips and you can put it in your inner side. Use the walls. That's going to be very helpful for the balance. I can't stress enough about your breath, guys. Your balances depend on your breathing. If you're going to hold your breath and contract, your entire body will contract and you're going to lose your balance right away, right? So we're going to find the balance through the breathing, and just think about that one foot on the floor, grounding. You don't have to open your hands. It's going to make you a little bit more busy, I would say busy, right? So you can hold your hands namaste as long as you want to hold them. So we're going to open up that heart, expand the branches, keep on breathing. Trust yourself, guys. Trust the foundation. Body is like a building. Strong foundation, feet, ankles, strong connection with earth, strong asanas, strong flawless life. Let's slowly take it back and release the foot. I'm going to go back to the front of the mat. So let's reach up and fold forward. You in your practice, you don't have to go to the front, but I just did it for you so you can see clearly. Look halfway. Bend those knees, step, look, or hop. Did you see that hop, guys? So eventually in the future, we're going to replace our step back to the plank with our hop. We don't have to do it right now, but once we get strong, especially when we start the practice, maybe not at the very end, once we have a lot of energy, we can definitely do that. Relax your neck. You did awesome, guys. Let's slowly release our knees on the floor. And we're gonna make transfer on our knees, guys. I'm gonna turn towards you so you can see it better. So let's just sit on our feet right now. If that is a little bit too intense for your feet, just sit on your bottom and crisscross your feet up front, just as we begin in other practices. So let's go ahead and reach up. And take your arms all the way on the side. Draw the right arm up behind, left at the back. Connect if you can connect. If you can't connect, would be very beneficial. Use something like this and just have that strap in between until you can connect. So don't hold it on your clothes. Make sure you use a towel. See if you can fold forward. You can also use the block underneath the forehead, right? And let's take it back, expand to the other side, and now take your left up and right underneath. You can learn to use the tools. Mat is your tool already. You're using your mat all the time, right? You don't even think about it because that's making your practice more comfortable. You don't sit on the floor. So think like that about the blocks and about your straps. Let's fold forward. You can use the block underneath the forehead. And come on back. Let's reach all the way up and rise up. That heart, the chest, expand through that heart. Take your arms all the way up, guys, with me. Take your both hands up front of your heart. Close your eyes right now with me. Look inside and find that very true self. The one which is always joyful, always there, always ready to expand, to learn, to strive, to explore, and passionately contribute to other people's lives. So let's open our eyes. Give yourself a big, nurturing smile. Draw your hands again together towards the heart. Draw everything you want for this day. Happiness, compassion, love. Smile with your heart, guys, and flow through the rest of this day with a true, unshakable peace inside in your heart. Namaste, team. Thank you so much for joining me this practice today again. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like, comment, tell me how you feel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to more awesome videos every single week. I will see you soon.